Dimmitt, pump fakes, covered. Here's Aarons. Aarons looks like he wants to take the three. Won't shoot. Back to Dimmitt. Dimmitt inside to Rosensky. Rosensky kicks it out. Here's Aarons for three. Won't go. Last off the fingertips of a Nazareth player as Christ the King now will take it.
Good defense from Christ the King so far this game, as well as Naz. Only reason there hasn't been so much scoring this game is because both teams excel in defense more than anything else.
Here's Beaufort taking it up, back to Pitts. Pitts at the elbow, top of the key now. This is Thomas. Thomas over. Foul on Nazareth. The foul will go to Austin. It's now Beaufort inbounds it. Pull-up three would have been good for Thomas, for Mike Thomas, for Christ the King, but no point.
Yeah, both these teams right now are struggling with turnovers and fouls, already having 5 combined from both teams early on to this game.
But that just shows, Zach, how great these two teams are. They're very evenly matched, so this will be in my opinion, the best match of the night.
Definitely going to be one of the more aggressive matchups of the tournament.
Austin on Nazareth got hit hard.
It appears Harlan was trying to persuade the referee, sticking his hands out, but he obviously swatted at him a little too hard there.
Yeah, Harlan got a little physical there as it will not go. Johnson inbounds it back to Austin. Austin double teamed. See, I'm telling you, Zach, these two teams are very physical. It's top of the elbows. Now here at the top of the key, over to the elbow. Pressure's coming. There's Harlan with the pressure.
Yeah, when you have athletic players, you're going to have physical games. Players like such as Harlan and Pitts out of Christ the King. And then, as I said earlier, Arenas and then Rosensky.
Yeah, these are, and you cannot forget about McClure, Zach. Aaron McClure, number 20, is one of the best defenders in this Tosh tournament, in my opinion. And for the line for Nazareth is going to be Rasim Johnson.
Yeah, Gabe, I am going to say that is probably a great take, as we can tell so far. Both teams excelled in scoring yesterday, but how good their defenses are today so far is the reason why they haven't even reached above 5 points yet.
That is now the 5th point. This is, a 3-2 game. This is, a very low scoring, but a very good match. Because now McClure's back in this game, as Beaufort's now taking it up for Christ the King. He's at the elbow. He's going back inside, tries to get it to McClure. McClure could not keep his hands on it. Because now Pitts trying to direct traffic as he goes over to Beaufort again. Beaufort at the elbow, defended by Dimmitt. There's McClure with the great screen. Back to McClure. McClure fighting inside. And is going to be called for a travel. McClure does not agree with that one, but he will have to accept it, as Dimmitt will be inbounding it to Johnson.
It appears to rest this game, letting the game get a little physical, as he had 2 people on him. He did travel, though, 1 too many steps.
Back to Johnson, over to the corner. Austin, back to the elbow. Here's Dimmitt. Dimmitt double team, back to Johnson. Johnson goes inside, Euro step. Swatted by McClure, but still, nevertheless, Austin with the deuce. Here's Beaufort. Beaufort goes inside. Floater won't go. Johnson able to get it to Austin. Austin blocked by McClure. And that is exactly what you have to watch out for.
McClure really got up there. Almost his entire body slammed into the backboard.
Here's Austin at the elbow. Finds inside. Here's Austin to Austin. Austin back outside. Johnson inside to Dimmitt. Dimmitt puts it inside. Dimmitt back with the ball at the elbow. Inside comes Austin. Austin's floater won't go. Now over to Pitts. Pitts now at the elbow. Working on Dimmitt. Kicks it over to Thomas. Mike Thomas. No shot clock on it. It's going to get fouled and go to the line.
No shot clock left here. 16.8 left on the clock. 6-4. Christ the King looking to tie the game leading into the second quarter.
And oh my God, what about that block?
That was a crazy block. Like I said before, as he makes the first free throw, his entire body was up on the glass almost. Just his knees were knees down were about the only thing that wasn't up there.
It's insane how he's such a physical player. He's so athletic, and I mean, he's one of the biggest reasons why Christ the King is one of the best teams in this tournament, in my opinion.
Second shot, free throw up, and it's good. Tying game 6-6 now.
Here's Austin now. Austin, tight defense. Watch out. There's Mike Thomas with his points. Blocked by Mike Thomas. Double team. And as I have the ball now, back to the referee. Incredible catch by me, Gabe Arriaga. As now Johnson will inbound. Defended by Thomas. Johnson finds Austin. Austin! From my angle.
There.
Looks like it may have had a chance, but it was just left. And my goodness, we have a score of 6-8. This is such a good game, Zach. What do you think it will take? What do you think is the defining piece that the team will have to do to set themselves apart in this game, Zach?
Offense. Right now, both defenses are playing great. That's why it's such a low-scoring game. The offense have to figure out what's going wrong with their players right now and start to excel at the defense. And we're going to take a short break. We just want to thank some of our sponsors real quickly. Breakaway Basketball, Elmer's Eagles Football, and Elmer's Photo Boutique. We'll be right back with your Sports Network. Welcome back to the 50th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. Here today, Nazareth with the Roadrunners. Nazareth, the Roadrunners, versus Christ the King, inbounding the ball now.
Here's McNarma over to the corner as Rosensky couldn't keep a hold of it. Is now going inside his Bullford, blocked. And that was Plamann with the incredible block to stop the play. Nice bucket there by McClure. Callahan inbounds it. Callahan loses it. Now here it comes inside. Corner three. Won't go for Bullford.
Bullford taking a lot of shots for his team early on in this game, just none of them falling.
DeSanto looks to be DeSanto, yes, he was the primary target for the inbound as McNarma. Now over to Demon. Over to Rosensky, who won't get the fall. He's now pressuring his Pitts. Over to Bullford. Pitts goes inside, won't go. McClure tried to save it. McClure is now going to go to the line for two.
Christ the King also has a bunch of players that we got to watch out for, such as junior forward Copley Johnson, he leads the Gladiators, trying to navigate the tournament for the first time ever. Also, Darian Green, who's averaging 15 points per game, has gotten high praises from coaches. As well as Armaeus Curran, say he's transferred from St. Patrick, will control the offense from Calvin Worsham, who averaged 25 points last year for the Gladiators.
DeSanto over to Dimmitt. Dimmitt with a little spin move pass over to Johnson. Johnson couldn't escape the pressure from Pitts. Pitts couldn't get it. Over to Bulford. Bulford goes over to Green. Green at the elbow. Kicks it out. Here's Bulford again. Bulford. Back over to Pitts. Pitts working on his defender. It's Brzezinski, but he kicks it back. Back over to Pitts. Pitts wants to shoot it. He can shoot it. He gets the three to fall.
Christ the King finally cooking on offense now as Naz falls behind, not being able to get the ball past half court.
Johnson was just able to escape as he goes over to DeSanto. DeSanto gets called for a foul. Christ the King's way now.
If Naz wants to even have an opportunity to score, they're going to have to be able to get past half court, and they've been stopped 3 possessions in a row now.
Brockman will inbounds over to Bulford. Bulford surveying the court. Bulford over to Pitts. Pitts on McNarm. Back over to Brockman. Now comes Green inside baseline. He can get it to fall.
Christ the King with all the momentum right now. They seem unstoppable. Nazca's got to call a timeout or something to get their heads back in the game.
DeSanto pressured. Johnson pressured. Brzezinski pressured. No pressure for McNarma. Never mind. Watch out, McClure.
Great block there. He had no time to react to that. He thought he had all the time in the world to shoot that ball. Not even close, Gabe.
And I mean, what pressure? He says, McClure says that pressure. He blocks it. He had to be at least a good 2-3 feet away. And then he jumps up.
It's that long wingspan there.
I mean, yeah. You got to talk about McClure is 6'6". There's Dimmitt over to the elbow. Johnson at the corner. Johnson double team. Tries to get it to Brzezinski. There's Burden. Over to Aramis Curran. With the travel, 1, 2, 3 steps is too much. Aramis McCurr, Dimmitt inbounds it to DeSanto. DeSanto now. DeSanto over to McNerman. Brzezinski to Johnson. Johnson inside. McClure on him. McNarma over to DeSanto. DeSanto's shot won't go. Darian Green takes it for Christ the King. Pressure's on. He pulls up for 2. Top bounce. McClure with the rebounds. And 1. Aaron McClure. Watch out below.
That's a great aggressive play from McClure right there. Jumping over all of his defenders. Even though Brzezinski is out there with his height, he still couldn't get over there. McClure just jumped right over him and grabbed that and put it right back up for the putback.
And since this first quarter, Christ the King has extended their lead now to 18 points, where Nazareth has stayed at a calm 6 points. McClure's shot won't go. Brzezinski gets the rebound. Over to Aaron. Aaron now back to his man, to the corner. Dimmitt won't go. It's going to be a travel. Now we have a timeout.
Yeah, now we're going to have a timeout by Nazareth, as they should. They are fumbling the bag here. Close game. Christ the King started excelling on offense after the slow first quarter. Now, Naz needs to pick up the pace. We'll be right back with York Sports Network. Hello and welcome back from the short break. Now we're going to have Christ the King inbounding the ball here, leading by 12 points after only scoring in single digits in the second.
Brockman's going to take it up for Christ the King. Brockman goes over to Green. Darian Green over to Brockman. Brockman top of the key. Back over to Green. Darian Green does a move. Goes inside. No foul. It was just a block. Aaron's elevated above Green and was able to get the block.
Nice block there by Aaron's. Unfortunately, just tumbled out of bounds.
Now Aramis Curran. Curran top of the key. Pull up 2. Gets it to go. Aramis Curran with an incredible pull up.
Now really taking the lead and excelling it.
Rosensky blocked by McClure. My goodness, McClure does not like blocking with one hand. He wants both.
It wasn't a block, though, as it was called for a foul.
I mean, nevertheless.
Very athletic play, just too much arm on that one.
Look at this one again, McClure. I mean, and Rosensky's no small man. He's what? 6'8". He's taller than McClure, actually.
McClure just got way better hops.
Rosensky second shot. Won't go. Brockman with the rebound. Brockman's going to put the pressure on. He goes over to Aramis Curran. Curran over to Green. Green elbow. Gets over back to the top of the key. He's looking for someone. That someone is Brockman. Brockman back at the top of the key. Goes over to McClure. McClure goes inside.
And that's the right call right there with the jump ball. Both teams had a hand on it when he was going up with it.
Yeah, even with McClure there, it was, a great call by the refs, recognizing that both players had multiple hands on the ball. So it will maintain possession as McClure.
Now they're going to send that Nazareth way. Yeah, Pierce Christ the King touched it last before it went out of bounds.
Yeah, McClure just couldn't get his hands secured on the ball. As he touches it and it goes straight back out of bounds. Is now over corner 3. Now Aramis Curran. Curran at the elbow. Over to Burden. Burden back to Aramis Curran. Burden now. Burden back over to the elbow. Outside shot. He goes inside to McClure. McClure kicks it back out. Curran for 3. Curran gets 3. Collides with Austin. Aaron's now back over to Hassentine.
The Nazareth coach seems visibly upset as his team cannot get past half court. Christ the King's defense just has been locked down this entire game so far. Nazareth has been lacking now going into the second period.
Yeah, and this is just complete dominance here by Christ the King, and just shows how and why they are one of the best teams in this tournament and have the chance to go very far. As we will take a short break, we will be back. You're watching York Sports Network.
Welcome back from the break. 50th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. Nazareth will be inbounding the ball here. Hopefully coach doesn't have to waste another timeout. And he won't.
So now Austin is getting teamed over to Hassentine. Hassentine is stolen. That's Aramis Curran fighting for it.
Good call there by the refs. He was just rolling everywhere with that ball, trying to secure it. Appears to be a little bit injured on the here. I like the shoes, though, for Christ the King. The 2 players with the gold.
It's now going to be a timeout for Christ the King.
And with that, we're going to be taking a short break. But first, I want to thank some of our sponsors. I want to thank Lockdown Basketball as well as Nice Basketball. We'll be right back. Welcome back from our short break. Nazareth going to be inbounding the ball here. Hopefully can put up some good offensive numbers here in the late stages of the second quarter.
Halen goes inside. He's going to rebound it. Goes to Hayward. Now Austin inside. Over to Hayward. To the corner. Inside is Austin. Austin's shot can't go. Curran had a hand on it. But it was ultimately Austin who ended up knocking it out of bounds.
Naz yesterday, one of the teams that excelled in the three-point shot, just can't get any off right now with Christ the King being locked down in zone defense.
Here's Burden going inside. Burden goes out to McClure. Back to Bulford. Bulford, long three. Back of the iron. Won't go. Is now Hayward. Hayland is going to take it. Now goes inside Austin. Austin kicks it out. That's Callahan's shot. That won't go. Hayland now able to find his man. Corner three. Aaron's shot won't go. McClure has the rebounds. Now Darian Green is going to pressure it. Had his man Bulford inside, but it was off the foot of Callahan. It will maintain Christ the King ball. Now McClure fumbles the ball.
As Highland steps out of bounds for Nazareth, it's going to stay on Christ the King's side. Christ the King making some subs. Entering the game is Thomas, Pitts, as well as Green. Exiting the game is going to be Burton, as well as McClure and Curran.
Green was fighting for it. Couldn't get to go. Hayland up and in. Austin to Hayland, or Hayland to Austin rather. As now Green takes it up.
Finally breaking the scoreless streak there. Is extended to a couple minutes before that.
Not scared to shoot. Won't go though. Green back to Bulford. Bulford back to Green. Green fighting his defender. Bulford now. Bulford over to Thomas. Thomas, that's Green with the shot. Green shoots it left of the hoop, but won't go. Green pressures his man. Hayland back to Aaron's. Hayland to Hassenline. Now that's Aaron inside. Over to the corner. Callahan goes inside to Aaron's. Aaron's is fouled and will go to the line. The foul will be given to
Austin, looking to cut away at that 14-point deficit with only 47 seconds remaining in the first half. Hopefully cut it down and then get things going in the second. The first shot is up and he drains it. Somebody in the crowd just somebody goes up for the dunk and gets absolutely hacked. He slammed it down, and that's definitely a foul any day of the year. As we see the replay here, steal it, hand it over. He goes up for it. Yeah, that's definitely a foul in that one. A little bit too much arm
beg to
action.
differ. Mike Thomas got up there. Nevertheless, I am not the ref, so.
As we just saw in the replay, he definitely hit his arm. It's not about personal preference here.
Still, though.
Parents and the fans don't agree with the call either.
Yeah, someone in the crowd is screaming.
Christ the King only having a 12-point lead now. Seems like a lot because on the scoreboard it's 11-23. He goes up with it, doesn't get it to go, gets pushed, fouled again.
Callahan's now going to go to the line for not one, but 2 shots at the net.
It's going to be a timeout, but like I was saying earlier, Callahan, he knows how to get up there, get the fouls drawn. Like I said earlier, averaging 14 points per game and 6 rebounds. With his height, he does have some pretty good hops as well. He is as well 6'7", second tallest player on their team. And with that, we're going to be taking a short break. I want to thank one of our sponsors, Oakbrook Knights Travel Basketball. We'll be right back. Our Sports Network. Bro, my ear hurts because this is like my 4th game. No, third game. Jack Butcher. Bro, I did Brownster, bro. That's insane. I just heard it. I'm like, oh my god, no way Brownster's that. All right, ready?
The time has come. It is time for Callahan, Matthew Callahan, in fact, to take his 2 shots at the nets. First shot, back iron, off the mark.
Not something you want to see miss free throws this close of a game.
Yeah, when you're down this much, and I mean, they call them free throws for a reason, Zach.
They are free.
Exactly, as he does get the second, 1 for 2, as Bulford now is being pressured, and that's what they got to start going full press. Darian Green now, one-on-one with Hasselline. Green, up and over, gets the 2.
Trying to get the ball in as quick as possible.
Hassenstein over to Hayland. Hayland, Pitt's covering him. Over to Hassenline. Austin, corner. DeSanto could not get it to fall, and nope, that is not DeSanto. That is actually Jack Aarons who could not get it to fall. Nevertheless, that is the half. 12-25 is your score.
13-point deficit. We're going to be right back with our 10-minute break for halftime. First, we're going to thank some of our sponsors, such as Mama Maria's Pizza, DJ Daniel, and Airborne Basketball. We'll be right back.
Folks, yeah, set your timer for 9 minutes and 30 seconds. We will be back after the break. You're watching York Sports Network. Welcome back. We are back from the break. Just to get you guys caught up again, score is 12-25. We're entering this third quarter. Christ the King is up right now. Ball will start with Nazareth. It'll be Johnson inbounding it first.
Naz gonna have to do a lot if they want to come back in this one. 3-point game.
McNarma with the ball. Narma goes over to his man, corners Johnson, makes two men jump at the Ramos Curran and Aaron McClure, who got caught jumping on a pump fake.
That's a good pump fake right there.
Johnson will now go to the line for two. Or no, he won't actually. He's
on the ground.
It's on the ground, sorry. Inbounds it, it's Callahan over to the corner. Back to Johnson, Johnson inside, kicks it out, McNarma won't go. Burden over to Green, Green putting the pressure on. Green, tough lay. Doesn't get it to fall though. We'll go to the line for two.
Nice move to get to the bucket, just couldn't get it to fall. That's a great job for him though, drawing the foul. First shot is up, and it is no good. The entire team at half court, not willing to go get the rebound. Not sure what they're doing here.
Here's Darian Green for his free throw. He gets it to fall. DeSanto inbounds it to Johnson, back to DeSanto, to McNarma. DeSanto off the fingertips of Johnson and out of bounds. Curran will inbounds, gets it to Bulford. Bulford now one-on-one with DeSanto, back to Curran. Curran at the elbow, goes inside but kicks it out. Here's Bulford. Bulford to Curran. Curran step back, elbow three. Misses. Back to Bulford. Bulford top of the key. Pump fake goes inside. Gets fouled and we'll go to the line for two.
Not sure what Naz is doing here. It appears to be subbing out the entire team.
Oh, you're right.
Even in a close game.
Yeah, this is 7 minutes into the third quarter, and yeah, it seems they are subbing out everyone.
Only 14 points. Maybe they're just trying to get some fresh legs in there to give them a little bit of a break. As we saw yesterday, Nazareth was very highly competitive in their game against the Hilltoppers. Came out on top, but towards the end, they were definitely getting tired as they had to go into overtime. Maybe still resting from that game.
This lineup for Nazareth is still, they're still good. These players were playing with the starting lineup still. So yeah, maybe they're not, giving up in a way, but just making sure everyone's still fresh.
Gets the offensive board, puts it up, and doesn't get it to fall.
Unfortunate there. Now Dimmitt kicks it over. Back to Aaron. Aaron to Dimmitt. Intercepted by Aramis Curran. Curran misses the dunk. To the elbow. Aaron. Aaron inside. Nice pass. Hayland inside. Aaron. Aaron. Fadeaway two. Doesn't go.
Trying to go for too much flash there instead of the fundamentals. Didn't end up with the bucket.
And that's a bucket right there for Darian Green. Pull up two. Now it's full court press with Christ the King. Dimmitt just able to get to his man. Aarons over to Hayland. Hayland over to the elbow. Elbow three. Rims out. Offensive rebound wouldn't go.
Naz just can't get anything going here in the offensive game.
Hayland, Hezzy, back outside. Burden now, top of the key. Moves right. Adjusts his body, but doesn't make the shot. Is now Aaron will reset the offense. Is now Hayland back to Aaron. Aaron over to Dimmitt. Dimmitt cross court. Aaron's, his three is short. Aaron can get it to fall for two. Now Christ the King is going to slow things down. They recognize that they need to stop the clock and let the clock wind down There's now Burden, top of the key. Finds Green at the elbow. Green fakes it to Aaron. Green goes inside himself, kicks it out. Bullford! Nothing but air for him. Aaron's over to Dimmitt. Dimmitt above! And it was too low for Aaron, and McClure couldn't even get up there. And Hayland tried blocking Green, but instead fouls him. And I think it will be on the shot, so he will get 2 shots at the net.
Now with a 15-point deficit, Naz lacking on offense. Not sure what they're gonna have to do to fix this. They're shooting 3-pointers, not falling. They're getting into the lane, not falling. It's all a mental aspect, and Christ the King is definitely winning at that right now.
And thank goodness there that one of the fans in the crowd did not scream. We had a few times that one of the fans was screaming, and you know, instead, oh, we can see him now. He's luckily eating instead of screaming. So, you know, screaming during the free throws is always unethical. You know, people don't usually do it. I mean, it's a tactic that would work, but it's just, you know, you don't do that, right?
Not in high school basketball.
And especially you played basketball before, you know, it's like the unwritten rule that you don't try to make.
Yeah.
It just,
especially at lower levels.
It's unsportsmanlike. But in the NBA, you can do whatever you want. As Aaron goes over to Hayland. Hayland inside to Aaron. Kicks it out. Aaron's to Aaron. Won't go. McClure was trying to fight for the rebound. He was taken down.
He chucked the ball at Highland right there. I mean, that was really aggressive. He threw it right off his head.
Yeah. Aggressive play.
250 green pump shotgun right there.
Is now, here's Aaron's over to Dimmitt. Dimmitt pressured by Pitts. Pitts over finds Aaron's. Aaron's to Hayland to the corner. Hayland back out to Aaron's. Aaron's at the elbow. Finds Dimmitt at the other elbow. He does a little spin move, loses the ball. Pressured by 2. Then goes inside. Out to the elbow, corner, inside to Aaron's. Aaron puts up the 2, hits the glass, hits the net. That's 2 points.
Now only a 14-point deficit with 4 minutes remaining in the third period.
Here's Brockman. Brockman over to Aramis Curran. Curran over to, who's that? Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas, he pulls up, he shoots it with an incredible shot that goes in. Now there's a pass for Hayland. Hayland double teamed, pressure's on. Dimmitt was able to get the ball. Dimmitt between the legs of Aramis Curran, and Aaron's is able to put it off the glass and in for 2.
Naz finally getting something going. Maybe a little too late in the game, but that does not matter.
Mike Thomas, he's 2 for 2 in the third quarter. Aaron's pressured, goes over, finds Dimmitt. Dimmitt to Aaron's. Aaron's has space. He elects not to shoot. Foul looks to be on. Fouls to be on Christ the King, so Nazareth will maintain possession. It's going to be Dimmitt inbounding for Nazareth.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Nazareth is scoring more now. They got to keep up the defensive game they've been doing so well.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Nazareth. You're making me mess up now. Nazareth is a tongue twister, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Is now Dimmitt over to Aaron. Aaron at the elbow. Aaron's, you can count it.
He answers back.
Here's Cameron Pitts. Pitts, Hezzy goes inside through the contact. Won't get the ball to fall. Now Hayland wants to slow things down. And guess what?
Expecting the slam there, Gabe?
Yeah, kind of. As Mike Thomas says no, he stops the ball and stops it for the 2. Now over. Here's Cameron Pitts. Pitts at the elbow. Finds McClure. McClure was going to do a power pump, try to get it inside for the dunk, but instead it would result in a jump ball.
Both teams being very aggressive this game, getting on the floor with every loose ball. That ball wasn't even loose. The Naz player was just on the ground with the ball, and you saw them just jumping at him.
Cameron Pitts is coming out of the game. In comes the star for Christ the King, Darian Green, number 22. 17-point
game every time so far this quarter. Naz has scored. Crescent King seems to answer back with even more.
Michael Mauschiup for Nazareth will come into the game. Bulford finds Mike Thomas. Thomas gets tipped out of bounds by Dimmitt. Bulford back to inbounds. Bulford back over to Mike Thomas. Thomas wanted to pull it, but he won't. Darian Green now outside. That's going to be a 2. Still won't go. Nice rebound there by Aarons, but not as nice. He bounces it off his foot out of bounds.
Not something you should be doing. It wasn't intentional, but you can't do that this late in the game or when you're down by so much.
Mike Thomas throws it very far back for his man. That's Brockman. Brockman now, step back, won't shoot. Back to Bulford. Bulford to Green. Green open. He doesn't shoot. Little spin move. Maneuver. That's Brockman. Brockman's nothing but air. Crescent King gets a timeout off. Or no.
Dimmitt was looking for the push call, but Dimmitt's foot did touch out of bounds.
Back in for Nazareth, number 20, Holstein.
Holstein coming in for Nazareth. Bulford now. Bulford looking for someone. That someone's Mike Thomas. Thomas goes over to Green. Green outside. Back to Brockman. Brockman to Bulford again. Thomas. Thomas to Green. Green pump fakes. That pump fake results in a travel. Goes against Crescent King. Nazareth will now have possession.
Still a 17-point game with 1:59 left in the third quarter. Still plenty of time for Naz to make a comeback here.
Yeah, this is Tosh, Zach, so anything could happen.
As we saw in the Metamora game a couple minutes before this, they were down 9. They were down 7 with 20 seconds left, and they came back.
Exactly, and this is Toshmas, so you got to watch out. Anything could happen during Tosh. His ball was tipped out of bounds. Nazareth will now have the ball. It's going to be Aarons inbounding it for Nazareth. Aarons goes deep for Hostline. Hostine now goes back to the elbow. That's Masico. Masico. Back to Masico. Masico. To Hardstein into Aarons. Aarons. No shot.
On the floor, foul here.
So Nazareth will have the ball to inbounds. Inside now. Yeah, and when Hostline passes the ball to Aaron, Aaron had a foot out of bounds, so now Christ the King will have the ball as Bulford takes it up. Bulford at the elbow. Bulford fakes left, goes right, or fakes right, goes left, and gets fouled.
For Naz here, in my opinion, way too many turnovers. Back to almost every single time they get the ball, they turn it over. They have to have about a 50% turnover rate right now, which is why they aren't getting enough opportunities to score. Crescent King is taking advantage of that, and every time they turn the ball over and get it, they score. And every time Naz has been scoring, Crescent King has been scoring with even more points.
First free throw for Bulford is good. Can't get the second free throw to fall.
18-point game now, 1:23 left in the third quarter.
Masico goes over to his man, Aarons. Aarons, one-on-one with Bulford. Back to Masico, off the fingertips of Hostline. McClure couldn't keep it, but he does end up finding it as Green puts the pressure on, calls for someone. Here's Mike Thomas. Thomas's ball is intercepted by Aarons, but Thomas was able to get a hand in there, but ultimately hits it out of bounds, so Nazareth will maintain possession. Some substitutions will be made right now. There's Aaron's going to the bench, or no, timeout actually.
With that, we're going to be taking a short break. We'll be right back with York Sports Network. Welcome back from a short break. The 50th annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. Nazareth down by 18 now. Inbounding the ball.
There's Masiko and Hamlin not on the same page as Masiko hits it straight out of bounds. Darian Green now to inbounds for Christ the King. Green gets it into Bulford. On Masiko. McClure screens with Masiko. Back out. Bolton, pump fake, shoots it. Just rims out. Now here's Hayland. Hayland one-on-one with Darian Green to Haasline. Haasline able to find his man inside. Pump fake. And one. There's number 25, Michael Durdick.
He knew what he wanted to do there. He was going for the pump fake, successfully did it. But the player for Christ the King still got his hand up there. Too much contact on that one.
Yeah, you know, that's also a thing McClure has to watch out for because they know he's going to go. He wants every single block. So. Durkick's first shot is good, first and only. Because now Cameron Pitts takes it up for Christ the King.
15-point deficit now with 30 seconds left in the third period.
Here's Bulford. Bulford over to Green. Green. Mind you, the shot clock is only a second off. As now McClure inside. Tries to get it to Green. Green does get it at the corner. Green goes inside to McClure. And it's tipped away. Here's Haasline. No shot clock. And it's blocked by McClure.
That was a full palm block right there. Full swing on that.
And it's typical Aaron McClure. Every single shot will be blocked. This will be the last shot.
And it's going to be no good now. 39-24, 15-point deficit going into the last quarter. We'll be right back with your Sports Network. Welcome back to the 50th Annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. Nazareth trailing by just 15 with 8 minutes left. 1 whole quarter left to play.
Hasselheim inbounds it to Hayland. Back to Hasselheim at the elbow. Over to his man Durkic. Durkic kicks the ball. Is double teamed. And it's going to be a travel on Durkic. So Christ King will take over with the ball. Curran inbounds it to Bulford. Bulford now surveys the court. Finds Green at the elbow. Green over to Cameron Pitts. Pitts back to Bulford. Bulford back to Green at the elbow. Green works on his man, goes inside, goes back out. Pitts for 3. Pitts got 3.
Yo, Gabe, I just want to say one thing real quick. I don't know why Naz doesn't have like almost any of their starters in the game right now. I'm not sure what their plan is. It's still a close game.
Yeah, Hasselheim now with the ball. Goes into Hayland. Hayland goes inside. Puts it up. And there's his man.
Maybe that's why. Some players on the bench showing some great skill out here so far in this game.
Aramis Curran now at the elbow. Pitts goes inside. McClure's fighting for it. Falls on a man.
Nazareth foul 25.
It will be a foul on Nazareth.
Christ King basketball out of bounds.
Family of Christ King parents. I like that call. As McClure, spin move, and 1.
This game is getting farther and farther out of reach for Nazareth. Only 6:47 left on the play.
I mean, that's out. And Nazareth by no means is a bad team. Nazareth is an incredible team. But I mean, Christ King just showing how incredible they are and making Nazareth look silly. As now there's Hasselheim. Hasselheim finds his man at the elbow, has 1 foot at the 3-point line. Is now Hayland. That's Green who fouls Hayland. Will be on the floor. So now Hayland will inbound. DeSanto comes in. Hasselheim comes out for Nazareth. McClure comes out. Here's DeSanto. Over to Hayland. Hayland in the corner. Hayland finds his man inside. That's DeSanto, whose fingertips tips the ball to Cameron Pitts, who can't get the shot to fall. Aramis Curran.
Good call by the rest there. Before he had the opportunity to go up and make that shot. Right before that, it was a jump ball.
That's a good eye by my color announcer, Zach Salkaitis, who was able to spot that along with the ref. As Rosensky finally back in this game. He's one of the better players for Nazareth. He's been out for quite a bit, but now he finally checks back in as Darian Green at the elbow has the ball, works on his man, Miseko. Miseko gives Green space. Green takes advantage of it, tries going inside.
And the ref ends up getting hit in the crossfire.
Yeah, he was looking for Richards. Richards could not get it. As Hayland inbounds it to DeSanto. DeSanto now finds his man Aarons. Aaron over to Rosensky. Rosensky off the board and in the basket for 2. Aramis Curran now taking it up for Christ the King. Finds Green outside. Pitts, fakes, shoots. Just short. Rosensky with the rebound. Finds Aarons. Aarons! Ball was knocked out of his hands before he could shoot it at the Aramis Curran. Out of bounds, but now timeout. Christ the King. 5 minutes and 44 seconds left in this fourth quarter, Zach. Seems to be slipping away.
Don't know about this call right here. It hits off Nazareth's player's knee.
Yeah, I did see that too.
I thought the replay right there, that definitely hits off his knee.
But I mean, Nazareth needs a break. The refs say, hey, we're going to give you the break. Still down however many now. We'll be stepping away for a few moments, a few seconds. We'll be back. This is York Sports Network.
And we are back with the 50th annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. 5 minutes remaining here in this game. Naz inbounding the ball. Top of the key. Brzezinski with it.
Brzezinski finds his man Ahrens short. McClure with the rebound. Aramis Curran now taking it up for Christ the King. Hits his man Green. Green at the elbow. One-on-one. Green over to Bulford. Bulford to Mike Thomas. Thomas to Curran. To Bulford. Shoots it. Wants the foul. Doesn't get it. Mike Thomas inside. That's a foul on Brzezinski with the shot. So I believe Mike Thomas will go to the line for two.
Yeah, Brzezinski, one of the key role players that helped beat the Hilltoppers. He had 15 points in that game. But now, in this game, only 5, as I'm pretty sure he was sitting. I'm not sure if he was injured, but he was sitting most of the second and third period, only coming back for this one. Not too sure what the coaches were scheming up. Not sure what the coaches were scheming up, taking all their starting players out, as they seem to be doing much better now.
Mike Thomas now with his shot. He gets it to go. Halen now inbounding it. Looking for DeSanto. Finds DeSanto. Immediately back to Halen. Halen finds Ahrens. Ahrens finds DeSanto. Through his fingertips. Bonks his head. His coach in the head. Now Aramis Kern will inbound it. Out comes Maseko. Bulford. Back to Curran. Aramis Curran now at the elbow. Into McClure. Had a lane. Won't pass it though as Darian Green surveys the court. Finds Aramis Curran. Curran. Back to Green. They're just trying to move the ball. Green. Nice pass inside. Curran loses the shoe. Green. Back to Mike Thomas. Thomas. He can shoot the ball. He's 4 for 4.
17 on the day now, leading scorer for both the teams.
Now here's Hasselin. Hasselin now, top of the key. Mike Thomas defending him. And there's Hasselin, lays it up and in. Curran over to Bulford. Bulford.
19-point game now, been in the same range almost the entire time.
Curran goes inside, floats it up into the basket for 2. Hasselin double teamed. Green and Thomas on him. Finds Halen. Halen to Brzezinski. Brzezinski. And Ahrens lets McClure jump right over his head between the legs.
Ahrens was flying high over him.
That was McClure flying high over him.
Flying high over him.
Flies high. As now DeSanto will inbound the ball for Nazareth. Bulford is going to the bench. In for him was Burden. Brzezinski outside, wants to shoot the 3. Pump fakes inside 2. Front rim and backing out.
Sub is being made here for Naz. Number 12 enters the game. Awesome Johnson. And exiting will be Eddie Austin.
Burden. Over to Curran. There's Green. Green goes inside. Jumps. Shoots. Doesn't go. There we go. That's Burden there with the easy shot. It's now Hasselin over to Brzezinski. Brzezinski spin move. Shoots it with the left off the backboard and in for 2.
Backboard seems to be Brzezinski's best friend today, as most of his shots have come off that.
Mike Thomas now taking it up for Christ the King. Works on his man, finds Darian Green. Green goes inside. That's going to be a foul. It's going to be on the floor, so Christ the King will have the ball. As now Christ the King is starting to clear the bench. Brockford now in. He's going to be inbounding the ball, presumably to Mike Thomas, who does get the ball back to Brockford. There's Mike Thomas, pull up, nothing but backboard. And there, missed shot. Thomas to Brockman. Brockman over to Burden. Burden goes inside. Rosensky guarding him. Rosensky gets a hand on it, blocks it. No matter for Brockman because he puts it up for two. Is now Johnson. Over to Hasselline. To Johnson. Deep to Rosensky. One-handed interception as Mike Thomas gets tripped up. It's going to be on the floor, foul.
All gas, no brakes for Christ the King. Even though they are winning by 23 now, they don't seem to want to stop scoring.
That was Hartland with the incredible one-handed interception. Thomas's first shot is off the mark. Zach, he's got 17 points on the night. He's really stepped up as one of the better players on this Christ the King team from at least behind the arc.
Definitely, Christ the King has been draining almost every single three-point shot they've taken and being very aggressive in the paint. That's why they're leading by 23.
He goes 0 for 2. Mike Thomas seems to be shaken up after the free throw. As here's Hasselline. Hasselline double teams. It's going to be a foul on Christ the King.
Christ the King foul number 24 to Marion Brockman, his first, team's second. Nazareth basketball.
It's going to be a foul on Brockman. Johnson to inbound. Johnson to Rosensky. Rosensky finds his man outside in the elbow. Front rim and out. Here's Oskin over to his man Brockman. Brockman to his man. There's Haskin again. Haskin over to his man at the top of the key. Back to Burden. Burden at the elbow. Pull up. That might be a two. No matter. It's in. Hasselline over to his man. Finds Rosensky. Rosensky. Power pump. Misses. Rebounded by Richardson. Richardson finds his man Lewis.
Rosensky taking so many shots for Naz today. Just can't get any of them to fall.
Burden outside at the elbow. Finds his man Richardson to Haskins. Haskins goes inside. Shoots it. Blocked by Rosensky. Brockman now. Brockman makes a move. Spins. Tries to fade. Hits Haskins. Haskins inside with the right hand. Won't go. With 1 second left on the shot clock. Under a minute now. Rosensky inside to Aarons. Won't go. No foul call. Richardson goes inside. Puts it up with his right. That's right in there for two.
Christ the King just dominating. Almost leading by 30 now.
Callahan finds his man Aarons. Over to Hasselline, him for three. Him is off. Now everyone has realized that this game is over as Burden will just walk it up the court. Still gonna make a move though. 20 seconds left. They're gonna run the clock down. He's still working on his defender. Spin move outside. Brockman doesn't shoot, and I don't think anyone will shoot as Haskins by the logo. We'll just move the ball back to Burden. 5 seconds left. They realize this game is over. Christ the King will be advancing, and Nazareth will be not going home exactly, but will now be continuing in the
consolation bracket.
Consolation bracket.
Yeah, this was a great game from from Christ the King. They hit almost every single shot they took. Leading up to the end of the game, they were going all gas, no brakes mentality, almost winning by 30. And when you have a mentality like that, you're going to win games. Coming out into it, we thought it was going to be a low-scoring game. It started out 6-6 going into the second period, and everybody was baffled. I mean, the defenses were both great, and then Naz kind of just let up. I don't really know what happened. Offensive game, best player, Werbinski, wasn't hitting any of their shots. So.
And I just want to remind everyone at home, all the folks at home, just remember my co-announcer, Zach Stokaitis. Nazareth, oh, I have them winning. They're going to win. They're going to win. Just reminding everyone that I had Christ the King winning in our little tournament of ours at YSN. But an incredible game here nonetheless. Next will be Lake Zurich on this exact court, fighting up against Lyons Township. This should be an incredible matchup, as Lyons Township shocked all of Tosh with an incredible upset yesterday. That's all we have tonight, folks, for me and Zach. Thank you for watching. This is York Sports Network. Goodbye.